Hey folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Louis Carlin. Thanks for joining me today. We're heard right here on the Impact Lounge, the number one source for the Impact Wrestling fan. Very sorry, didn't shave today, so I got a little bit of stubble, but I hope you don't mind the stubble. But thanks for joining me today. I just want to talk about a few things going on in Impact Wrestling. So let's begin. Under Siege is tonight, and one of the matches is Josh Alexander defending the X Division Championship against El Phantasmo Bullet Club, New Japan Pro Wrestling's El Phantasmo. And this is going to be an absolutely fantastic match. I I'm not expecting anything less. Every El Phantasmo match I've seen has been very good. Every Josh Alexander match I have seen has been very good. And if you put both of them together, I think you're going to get a very good match. And I'm looking forward to it. But one thing, Josh Alexander must win this match. He must win this match. He cannot lose this match. Impact Wrestling cannot book him to lose this match because one, we have Kenny Omega is the Impact Wrestling champion. He works for AEW. Finn Juice works for New Japan Pro Wrestling, are the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. If El Phantasmo comes in and defeats Josh Alexander for the X Division Championship, what does that say about Impact Wrestling talent? It says that they are not as good as other promotions, and that's the kind of the feeling people have been getting when Finn Juice became the Impact Tag Team Champions, when Kenny Omega became the Impact Wrestling World Champion, and now if El Phantasmo becomes the X Division World Champion, it's going to just cement the fact that Impact Wrestling talent is not as good as talent from other promotions. So this is the reason why Josh Alexander absolutely has to win tonight. If he doesn't win tonight, I'm going to be very, very disappointed. Very disappointed in Impact Wrestling if he doesn't win tonight. He absolutely has to win tonight. Hands down, no questions asked. He has to beat El Phantasmo. And I kind of wish, El Phantasmo was a great talent. I kind of wish that this feud went on for a couple of weeks, or it kind of got a little bit of a build before, because El Phantasmo just won the number one contenders scramble match on Thursday, and now today on Saturday, 2 days later, he gets a title shot. I kind of wish they kind of built it up a little bit. It would have been nice, like if the match happened like 3-4 weeks down the road, if we see Josh Alexander get attacked by El Phantasmo on Impact Wrestling TV, and then Josh Alexander goes to New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong TV to confront El Phantasmo, and we have an interpromotional feud. I think that would have been fantastic, because we're seeing New Japan Pro Wrestling stars and AEW stars on Impact Wrestling TV, but we're not seeing Impact Wrestling stars. We're not seeing Impact Wrestling stars showing up on the other promotions TV shows. And I think it would have been really cool to see Josh Alexander with the X Division Championship showing up on New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong and confronting El Phantasmo, or taking out El Phantasmo, or having a tag team match. It could have been Clark Connors and Josh Alexander against El Phantasmo and Hikuleo. That would be fantastic. I'd like to see more of that as well. But bottom line, Josh Alexander has to win tonight. He cannot lose. He cannot lose to El Phantasmo. He cannot drop the title to El Phantasmo. I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel. And I'd be very disappointed. I wouldn't be a happy camper. Somebody might be watching now that understands what I'm talking about, but I wouldn't be a happy camper if Josh Alexander dropped the title to El Phantasmo. So let's go down over the whole card. So it's main event is Kenny Omega, Good Brothers against Eddie Edwards and Finn Juice. Should be a great match. I'm thinking, for some strange reason, I don't know why, but I'm thinking that. Well, no, that actually wouldn't make sense. I was thinking that maybe Eddie Edwards would sneak a victory over Kenny Omega, but to win the match. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Omega and the Good Brothers will win the match. They'll defeat Eddie Edwards and Finn Juice. It wouldn't make sense for Kenny Omega to lose, especially. Well, you never know. You don't know. It could make sense. It could make sense. Eddie Edwards. Sneaks a victory, although he's not in the number one contenders match. So no, it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. Just scratch that. It doesn't make sense. So I'm going with Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers for the match. And you have the number one contenders match. Winner gets a shot at Kenny Omega. Chris Bay versus Matt Cardona versus Chris Sabin versus Sammy Callahan versus Moose versus Trey Miguel. Of course, the winner, as it says, earns the right to challenge Kenny Omega for the Impact Wrestling World Championship. There's no way in hell Moose is going to lose this match. If Moose loses this match, that means he's not re-signing in June. There's no way Moose is going to lose. Moose is going to win this match. He's going to be the number one contender. And I truly feel that Moose is going to get the belt back from Kenny Omega. And I do feel he's going to sign long-term another contract with Impact Wrestling. Then you have the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Jordan Grace and Rachel Ellering against Fire and Flavor. Man, I would love Fire and Flavor to get those titles back. I mean, I know they wanted to give Rachel Ellering a little push when making her debut, put the belt on her right away, give her a little rub. But I'm picking Fire and Flavor. I'm picking Fire and Flavor to regain the Impact Knockouts tag team titles here. I have a feeling that now that Jordan Grace is staying, I have a feeling that something's going to happen in the match with her and Rachel Ellering, and they're going to split, and Ellering and Grace will go on and feud. So I'm going with Fire and Flavor to regain the Impact Knockouts tag team champions. I think they should be the title holders anyway. They're clearly the best tag team, and I would like for them to hold the belts. Hopefully, the Iconics will debut down the road, and we could get a Fire and Flavor versus the Iconics feud, which would be absolutely fantastic. Okay, then we have W. Morrissey against Willie Mack. We know who's going to win that one. We know who's going to win that one. W. Morrissey is going to win that one. Then Brian Myers against Black Taurus. Brian Myers is going to win that one. I'm picking Brian Myers to win that one as well. So it's going to be a good show. Going to be a good show under siege tonight. Looking forward. Actually, I think another match was added. It's not on here. It's Kimberly and Susan taking on Tennille Dashwood and why is her name escaped? Taylor Wilde. Why is her name escaped me? I don't write things down. I'm getting old. I forget things easily. And Taylor Wilde. So Taylor Wilde, Tennille Dashwood against Kimberly and Susan. I'm going with Tennille Dashwood to turn on Taylor Wilde in that match, and Kimberly and Susan to be victorious in that one. And last but not least, Slammiversary. Slammiversary has been confirmed. It will be taking place July 17th in Nashville. It doesn't indicate if there's a crowd going to be there. I hope there's a crowd. Impact Wrestling needs to get back in front of crowds again. I mean, AEW is running in full capacity again. They're touring again. WWE is going to be bringing back crowds. MLW is recording in front of crowds. Ring of Honor is thinking about getting back crowds. Independent Wrestling in front of crowds. Impact Wrestling needs to get back in front of crowds. They need to get back in front of crowds as soon as possible, as long as it's safe, keeping everybody safe. That's the first priority, but I feel they could get back in front of crowds at this moment. So hopefully they'll get back in front of crowds really, really soon. I mean, I would have loved to hear the pop of the crowd when Kenny Omega comes walking down the ring, or when El Phantasmo comes walking down the ring, or Finn Juice or Josh Alexander winning the X Division Championship. Just want to hear the pops of the crowd again, man. And hopefully they'll get back in front of crowds really soon. Fix my glasses there. And I fix my shirt too. It's a short. There we go. So hopefully they'll get back in front of crowds really soon. And I think that'll be a good thing. But yeah, so July 17th is a Slammiversary again in Nashville, which is perfect timing for Slammiversary. It's going to be on a Saturday, which is going to be great because I normally work early on Mondays. I know the last couple of pay-per-views have been on Sunday, but now I can watch Slammiversary with no issues, not worrying about having to get up early in the morning. So thankfully, thank you, Impact Wrestling, for putting it on a Saturday. And of course, we all know July 14th, those recent WWE releases. Samoa Joe, the Iconics, Mickie James, Chelsea Green, among others. Their 90-day non-compete clauses expire 3 days before Slammiversary. So expect to see a few surprises. at Impact Wrestling Slammiversary on July 17th. And on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for listening to me today. My name is Lewis Carlin. This is Shooting Up North, heard right here on the Impact Lounge. And until next time, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. And stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.